that's why I cried, because I couldn't get Cinnabon. Not because I'm a big bad. Grow up! Bitch, go with your father. Shit threw me the fuck off. Listen, bitch. Alex, who the fuck you think you are? I don't like Tim, so I don't know why I'm getting excited. It was never gonna be you. Absolutely, positively, no.
Let them know that everything big. Nail done, hair done, everything big. And my NY.
Hi guys, it's Precious Bria. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review on Love is Blind Season 7, episodes 10 and 11. And naturally, I want to start off with Alex and Tim. So I never really was feeling a relationship from the beginning. Maybe we didn't get to see enough before they were actually coupled together. While they were in the pods, they kind of focused on the little love triangle with Hannah, Nick, and who was it? And the other guy. And and then they were focusing on more of like Monica and Steven. They were just focusing on the other couples. So in my opinion, I didn't really get a good picture of who they were and them as a couple. And when they had the argument, when they had the argument on the honeymoon, I also felt like that was really weird. Like, well, Alex said she had an attitude. And then Tim kept bringing up stuff like, oh, I want somebody that's going to push back and stuff like that. So I just could feel the energy of them bumping heads. And I think that Tim was looking for someone that was going to really submit to what he wanted. That's what I gather. And Alex is such a strong personality that, you know, it can either go in the direction of him, like them fitting well together, or it can go in the direction of them constantly fighting. And I personally saw them constantly fighting. That's what I predicted before this. Okay. We get to the point where Alexandra gets to meet Tim's family. And his family is very open and very willing to embrace their relationship and embrace the process, which I thought is amazing and also pretty shocking, because I feel like, you know, I just feel like typically if you love somebody, you wouldn't be like, marry somebody you met a month ago. So I thought that was nice. I think that mom was being very vulnerable and saying that it's okay if you're a little bit different and you guys can still work through things, and expressing that they are a positive role model for Drake. I thought it was really ironic that they call him Drake instead of Tim. Now, it seems that Drake is his middle name. And clearly his first name is Tim after his dad. And so I thought that was cute. I want to say this. I don't like Tim, but I really liked his parents. I love that the dad sat there and didn't say too much. I love couples where one person is like super outgoing and the other person is more like quiet and reserved and mysterious. It's like, what are they thinking? I just think that's so cute. And so I really, really loved his parents. I thought the mom was like so nice and so like just amazing. I just love that so much. And so we see them having what I felt to be a beautiful moment. And then we fast forward to Tim sitting Alex down. So I want to note that I thought it was super diabolical that Alex sat there and she continued to eat her food throughout this entire conversation. Because we know in the beginning of the conversation, we could tell that he was being very serious, but didn't really know where it was going. And so they sit down and they begin to talk about, you know, Tim's concerns. The first highlight that he brought up was the fact that he felt that Alex needs more physical affection and he is the type of person that needs his space. Now, I feel like there can be a balance between the two. Me personally, I do like affection, but I also need my space. Like I need that time where I'm by myself. I need that time where I'm alone and in my, you know, just with me. And so I get that, and everybody is different. So I don't want to say like I'm Tim. I know what Tim is going through. I'm not him, so I don't know. But it gave like if she wants a kiss or she wants a little cuddle, I mean, is it that deep? Is it like a little, maybe make out sesh that takes literally a minute, or, a little, you can do affectionate things. Like, the girls love, why am I acting like I'm getting excited? My voice is going up and stuff. I don't like Tim, so I don't know why I'm getting excited. But the little stuff that men do that's cute, like when you walk by and they smack your butt, or they like, you look nice today, or just like a little kiss on the cheek, on the lips, on the forehead. Maybe I'm projecting. This is just what I like, and so I just feel like there's ways to show affection without being like super lovey-dovey and without doing too much. But that's just my opinion. And it gave, it was giving, once he said that, to me, it's giving, you don't like her. You don't like her. And I think that sometimes women confuse, like, a man can be a good guy, but he could very well not be your guy. And the same for women. A woman could be a good woman, and she's just not the woman for you. It happens. It happens. It happens. I would like to believe that there's good men out there. I would like to believe for the men that there's good women out there. But that doesn't mean that just because a person is a good person that they're the right person for you. So, keep that in mind. And then we get into how Tim's parents drove 10 hours to come and meet Alex, and Alex fell asleep after speaking with them. So point number one, once he said that immediately, I'm just like, absolutely, positively, no. Alex, who the fuck you think you are? That's what I thought immediately. And then she further details the fact that they were talking for 4 hours. And she says she takes a lot of naps and that this is a part of her normal schedule. It seemed like the naps really bothered him. And coming from a reformed nap girly, I don't know where I got this energy from. Alex, start taking some vitamins. I started taking vitamins and I don't need naps as much anymore. But, some doctors say naps are good. So I don't really know what his beef with naps was. But I felt like he was really coming for the fact that she loved to take a good nap. And I love a good nap, okay? Especially if it's been a long day. A good nap is just going to reset me immediately. So I didn't know what his beef with naps were. But, yeah. She took a nap after 4 hours of talking, which to me sounds exhausting. Now I want to pause here because I don't like either one of them. So it's not like I'm super biased because I really don't like either one of them. What I will say is I try to be hospitable. So if somebody drove 10 hours to come and see me, like, I would maybe be exhausted, but I would try to hide the fact that I was exhausted, and I would be there for, them. If it's talking, if it's, if I have a guest, catering to my guests, making sure that my guest feels comfortable. Oh, I don't want to say this because I don't want nobody to think that, they could come into my space and I'm gonna be like, because I don't like that. But I do try to put my best foot forward, and I do try to what I consider to be the right thing. So I personally would not have taken that nap, but I also can respect the fact that she was talking to them for 4 hours. She probably felt like, okay, this is enough, and I've had enough. And I can respect that too. But I can also see Tim's point of view. Like, but then let's take a step back, right? Because when Tim met her parents, he said that he woke up early that morning. He went to go and get groceries. He cooked up the food. He put out the plates. He still had to wash the dishes, which I thought was crazy. Listen, bitch. The least you could... It's just something about both of them I just don't like. I'm trying to be neutral, to be objective, but it's hard because I felt like Alex was like showing her ass. I felt like Tim was showing his nasty ass. And I was just like, what the fuck is this? And I really don't understand how they made it this far. It doesn't give that they wanted clout. It gives that they truly wanted love and they truly wanted to try. It seems like Alex truly wanted to try. This is me giving her the benefit of the doubt. Don't know her, but yeah. But yeah, wasn't feeling them from the beginning. While they were communicating, while Alex and Tim were communicating, they weren't hearing each other. And I think that was very intentional. I think that at this point, I think Alex was over it. I think Alex was over it during the honeymoon. I think Alex was over it during the honeymoon. I think Alex maybe tried to put his best foot forward. And I can relate to that. Like, me personally, really, honestly, truly, like, once you fuck me over, there's no coming back. And we may still be in communication, and we may still be cordial, but you would never get the side of me that you first got before you tried to fuck me over. Never. Not ever. Not never. Not ever. And so I feel Alex. I think at that point he was kind of like, you know, because he kind of said, like, you know, I really didn't, I thought it was done. Like, I thought we were over. And that's the type of person I am. We have this big thing. I'm done. I try, you know, as I've gotten older, can't speak to what Alex is thinking, but I try to be like, you know, people are going to make mistakes and nobody's perfect and you do all of that thing. But it's kind of like, you know, once you shit on me, that's, the shit is on me. And so there's nothing else to be said. We have nothing to discuss. What are we talking about? That's just me though. But that's what it's giving for Alex. So they're talking, but they're not hearing each other. The words are coming out, but neither one of them are able to really understand where the other person is coming from. And this would have continued to be a problem. So I agree that it was time to end it. What I will say was, I did not expect for Tim to be as aggressive. He wasn't like aggressive, but as vulgar as he was about it. He made it clear that this was not the situation for him. Alex made it clear that she wants to continue to try. He made it clear that he doesn't want to ever see her again. That shit threw me the fuck off because I was like, well, what happened? Like, there's a disconnect. We're not seeing it. Bitch, tell us. Tell me. I'm your friend. Tell me. Because it's like, what happened? Y'all was cordial and then y'all had an argument. It seemed like y'all was vibing. Y'all had an argument. Okay, you was kind of like, I'm done. I get that. You know, the whole put your hands in your face. I get that. But then you try to work through it. And then you met parents. And you had this, like, very intimate moment with his dad. I would have been pissed off about that. Okay? I remember one time, you know, my dad is probably going to watch this. I'm going to leave all of this in. I remember one time I was like, you know, casually dating this guy. You know what that means. And so, I shouldn't say, well, whatever. And so, I'm dating this guy and I'm talking to him randomly because my dad tells me that he's taking my brother fishing. So I'm like, yeah, my dad is going fishing. He's like, oh, I want to go fishing. Bitch, go with your father. I really don't want to introduce nobody to my dad. Like, you know, I insinuated something about marriage. So he's like, oh, well, you know, you're not going to introduce nobody to your dad unless you get married. And I'm like, we're not serious. I'll fuck around and be like, yeah, dad, this is so-and-so. And then he see you walking up the block with the next bitch. What the fuck do I look like? Like, it was never going to happen. It was never going to be you. It was never going to be you. Anyway, I don't know how I got there. But back to the original story. Yeah, basically, moral of the story is I have all of these notes. Oh, Tim thinks that Alex is inconsiderate. Tim doesn't want to talk on the phone. Alex doesn't want to talk on the phone. All of this other shit. The truth is, Tim didn't fucking like her. He didn't like her. And he was turned off after she did what she did because he doesn't like women that do those types of things. And he was over it. Period. That's it. And I'm happy that they ended it at this point. I'm happy that he had the balls to be like, enough. Despite him coming off as the bad guy or whatever, because the truth is, it wasn't going to work. And it seems like Alex would have went through with it and just been miserable. Guys, you don't have to be miserable. It's okay to be and this, I may be biased coming from a single person and I don't super care about relationships and stuff like that. Maybe I'm not super single. I don't know. But what I will say is, why be miserable? Go be happy. Whatever that means for you, go be happy. Moving on. I don't even want to get into Ashley yet. Okay. So let's go into Marissa and Rams. Another couple. So I had hope for Marissa and Rams. I want to start off there. But Rams really pissed me off. And as a woman, I want to be biased and say that I can overlook this, but I can't. I cannot be biased and I cannot overlook it. Let me tell you why. The reason why I can't be biased and I can't overlook this is because I think a lot of the times we give these men passes to, oh, he can't control himself. And the point of me saying that is Rams can have self-control. Him having an attitude because she said no to him twice because she didn't want to have sex, because she was on her period, because she felt overwhelmed, because she's a law student, because she has to drive an hour to school and back from school, which is not her normal schedule, because she's going through this intense process that takes a lot of emotional energy out of you and physical energy out of you. And she said, no, I don't want you sticking your penis in me right now. You have a fucking attitude? Grow up! Grow up! Women literally, and I was thinking about this after I saw this, I was like, do you know how many times I've been in pain or how many times my hormones have been all over? I don't know why I'm acting this way. And then you realize, oh my gosh, it's because I'm a woman and I was going through these processes that my body do every month because my period came the next day. And I didn't realize that that's why I cried, because I couldn't get Cinnabon. Not because I'm a big bag. No, seriously. Like sometimes shit with your body just happens and it's like I don't even know what's going on. Like I have a clue as to what it might be and it's like, oh my gosh, my period came. That's why I cried yesterday, because somebody cut me off. Like literally stupid shit like that. Now, I'm not a big crier, so I'm being dramatic and just trying to prove a point as to the things that women go through, and you can't wait to have sex a few days. And it seemed like, and then he was like drilling it in, like, I just don't want our sexual, relationship to intimacy to be a problem and all of this type of other stuff. And sidebar, I'm going to tell this story real quick. This is not my story to tell, but I'm going to tell it.